We'll now look at CSS syntax, including selector, declaration, property, values, class, etc. And we'll also look at color codes, typefaces, etc. So let us look at an example of CSS. So this is the rule structure. So here you have a tag in HTML which is heading 1 or h1, and this is specified over here within these curly brackets, saying that the color for heading 1 should be blue. So here there is the selector over here, and this part is the selector. This whole thing within curly brackets is called declaration, and declaration has two parts: the property and the value. The property is always followed by a colon, and the value ends with a semicolon. The whole thing is within curly brackets. And here you have the selector, which is the tag in HTML without the angular brackets over here, and that is specified, and the rule for that is specified within this. So selectors are places in the page you want to modify. So this part, this is the selector over here, and here the body and heading 1, and these are the selectors. Okay, and here for body we are saying the color is yellow, and for heading 1 we are saying the color is red. The background color is yellow. And we need to use the tag name without the angle brackets. So here heading 1 becomes h1, and here the body within angular brackets becomes body. And different rules take different values. The attribute value is always followed by a semicolon. So this is the attribute over here. Okay. And here this is the attribute here, the color red. And CSS is case sensitive. So CSS style should be written entirely in lowercase. So let us look at one example of CSS. Okay, so here you have the red text on the yellow background and yellow text on the red background. So this is just one example of using CSS on a very simple text or content over here. So let's look at the page source. So what you're doing is that we're specifying that this is an HTML page, and here the title is basic colors, and we're specifying the style over here, and we're saying the style type is text/CSS. Now this MIME type or media type, this is optional in HTML5. In earlier versions we had to specify the type as text/CSS, but HTML5 will take the default style as CSS. So even if you just write the style tag and close the angular bracket over here, that will work. And here we are saying that the body has a color yellow and background color is red. So this part, and then the second style we're saying is that for whenever you see heading 1, then the color is red and background color is yellow. And we're closing this. So this is the part which is the CSS, and the rest of it is HTML. And here we are saying that first time we specified heading 1 over here, and then we said heading 1 has, and this is just any text that we typed. We said it's red text on a yellow background. Now what it does is that when a browser is processing it, it will look for heading 1, and wherever it does heading 1, it will go into the style part of your CSS, and then it will look for the rule structure for it. And here for heading 1 we're saying the color is red and the background color is yellow. So here this is your heading 1, and the background color is yellow and the text is in red. And then the second is a paragraph, and here we say that it's yellow text and a red background. And for paragraph it will go and look at so this part is a rule for the body, and for the body itself the color is yellow and the background color is red. So the color is yellow and the background color is red. So that is how these rules for various tags, as to how they should be styled, are specified in CSS. And rather than just specifying the color as yellow or red, we can also specify them in various different combinations. And here these are the hexadecimal values, and these should ideally be specified in all lowercase rather than the uppercase displayed here. And what these codes mean is, or what the hexadecimal in these codes mean, is that this is a numbering system whereby you have 0 to 9, which is actually 16. 0 to 9 is 10, and then you have A, B, C, D, E, F. So it's 0 to 15. Okay, so here it's 0 to 9 and then A to F. And these are the combinations that are used in hexadecimal. Like in our daily life, we use the decimal system because most of the times the correlation is done because we have 10 fingers or 10 toes on our feet, and because of that, most of the times it's easier for us to count in a decimal manner. So the number combination we use is from 0 to 9, but in hexadecimal it's 0 to 9 and then from A to F. Okay, and these are the combinations for different colors. If it is black, if it's all zeros over here. If it's white, it's all Fs. And then the other combinations in between are shown. So yeah, whenever we need to specify, and it's actually this is created by a combination of red, green, and blue, and all three can be combined to create the color. So when we want to show something's very dark, it's all Fs. Very bright is all Fs. Very dark is all zeros. And then when you go from dark to bright, you move in the hexadecimal scale from 3s to 6 to 9s, and then 10 is A, and then C, and then F is 15. And how to find out what color combinations to use. So you can use any image editing software such as GIMP or Adobe Photoshop, and that will give you the color schemes for various colors, the hexadecimal code for various colors. Or you can use a free website to look at it as well. So for instance, if you go to peloton.com, then you can specify this as well. So here in this site, when we choose different colors, we will get these red, green, and blue RGB values in hexadecimal. So here, as we are approaching all of these different colors in the color wheel, it will tell us what the hexadecimal codes are for any of the colors over here. So it will you can go over here and you can see the code as you move from color to color. And these are the codes for different colors in red, and these are the codes for different colors in yellow. So specifying the hexadecimal code gives you much better control when you're trying to design a CSS with the colors of your liking.